What is up, guys? Kane here, and in this one we're gonna talk about Sylvani trees in terms of making formations and testing their tankiness. So the formation that I have tested with is not like fully 100% optimized, and it's not one of those formations that like a lot of people end up using because I don't have enough research to use those proper endgame Sylvani formations. So, as we can see, the resistances are actually pretty high. Healing received is not too bad in terms of the trees as well. And yeah, that's I guess pretty much it. I don't really have anything else to show because I'm not using archers. So the formation that I have made is not really that good. I honestly thought I added a Virm, but apparently I didn't. So if I would tweak the formation, I would try to tweak some of these squares to actually add a Virm somewhere. Aside from that, it was a lot of trees. So as we can see, 3, 6, 9 trees. If I would tweak this better, I probably could place a 10th tree or a Virm. Now the thing about that is, if you're placing trees, you only want to have trees in the front line. Anything aside from that, and these trees will mess up your heroes, and I do mean they will mess up your heroes. So, in some cases, this tree will sometimes walk a little bit to the left, fit into some like this corner. This tree will not fit in anywhere. This tree will not fit in anywhere. So, I have a space right here, I have some space right here, and this space is not enough for a tree. So these trees tend to just go around the dragon. Even if I place the dragon in the back, these trees just go around the back, push these, supports or whatever into one clump behind the dragon. And then what you know, we have a proper target that can just touch everything with a Rufio, or say a mage, blizzard or avril or whatever, just something range, or like ophidia snake. You're gonna have like a lot of potential to just win just from the mess up from the trees. So, or rather lose if it's in your case. So these push the heroes into one clump. Somebody jumps with Rufio in here, somebody casts an ability in here, majority of the buffers die, dragon enters invincibility, a lot of buffs lost, and even the dragon is like leaving invincibility or whatever. And that is the sort of thing. But not even that, this tree manages to walk around pushing everything, pushing Valerie to the front, pushing like Tisiphone, Avril, Arian sometimes to the front, and literally the battle is pretty much over because they are like too close to even the front line. And sometimes front line just one hits them. And even if the front line is like one unit right here, sometimes Avril just has a focus on this particular swordman. And because she has no range, she's just friggin' walking back and forth like this. Like friggin', I don't even know. I think the replay is this one. No, it's not this one. I almost won this one. Forgot which one it was. Think it's one where I think it's this one actually. I do believe I fought this superstar, and I do believe I've won with flying colors with the Lich formation. So yeah, I think this is that form where my Avril messed up. So I cast abilities, he's casting his. I do believe the trees are going to survive for a pretty long time. The archers are focusing the Balrog. His Rufio killed one of the buffers. He had easy access to the other buffers because I don't have anything else. The tree blocked him. Look at this friggin' tree just zooming, man. Holy crap. In this case, he didn't push anything. He pushed some heroes right here. He pushed my Paladin to walk elsewhere. He pushed my Solaris. I think he pushed some other heroes, but like literally the hero just died right here. My Virion also. Wait, what the frick? Why is Virion even here? Virion should have been here. What the hell happened there? So my Virion got pushed from stall side to burst. What? Yeah, that's what I kind of mean, right? If you have heroes, the trees are just gonna, push your stuff rather like across the entire map. So at 1 minute, my trees were still alive. I think the first tree died just a minute after that. And yeah, since my dragon, the trees are actually blocking the way, my mages are not even focusing the correct target. So as you can see, the tree was like eating majority of the heroes to another side. Then my heroes walked into the Balrog's area damage. Apparently, even that killed my heroes. And that's what I mean. Like, the trees kind of messed up my stuff, because the way I have this, even in other formations, if Valerie is like right here, or usually is here, she's able to do a decent amount of damage. But man, like, some of these things are actually pretty questionable. I think this fight I even should have won in terms of being Lich formation. The thing about it is, you have to remember how the other formations are also tanking. So even here, I faced a stall side. So the way the Lich formation goes is you have Lich skeletons, right? So Lich skeletons, if you place two squads, one squad will be running around. So that running around squad will be hitting the dragon, will be hitting the heroes, and proc invincibility, proc hero invincibility, all that kind of stuff. And in such a case, because again, I don't have research and stuff like that, the enemy has an easy access to my backline, and it doesn't really cost them much to do quite a lot of stuff. And yeah, that's the sort of thing that can happen. So my trees are still not dying 45 seconds into the match. So the tankiness is there. Like, I'm not gonna lie, the tankiness is pretty huge. It's there. Around 1 minute, and majority of my trees die. Well, one tree is still remaining. Now again, do keep in mind, I do not have an Azure Dragon. So if I had an Azure Dragon, the trees would actually be a lot more tanky. However, the way that the trees do play out, the way that the trees are acting, moving my units, sometimes messing up everything. Honestly, at my own stage where I'm playing right now, like 15 million core, if I don't have the research, and let me just showcase you the research, like, for the formation I'm going, I require major research tier 13, perhaps even a little bit in the 14, like 60 out of 70 or so. I do require rogues, at least like tier 15, 16, or even some of these here. They're pretty much almost required. And then, of course, generals. Then, of course, I do require gladiators and stuff like that. You require a lot of resources, and thus this formation is kind of deemed more for the end game, instead of like formation in like the mid-tier zone. Because sure, some Sylvani players I face, in terms of even being a Lich, I do lose to them, but majority of those Sylvani players that I had faced before are either severely above my core power, which means their research is rather quite high, or their features are a lot higher as well. Some of them I do manage to beat, but not all of them. And that's the way it goes. Like, those people who play Sylvania and don't have a lot of research, they're end up gonna like be dead without much of an issue, and I don't even need archers to beat them. But those who do, and those who have good features, it's a lot harder to bypass trees, as you like seen people take 1 minute to clear even a single tree for me. But then majority of the buffs vanish, or heroes die and stuff like that, and the trees lose too much buffs. So for my own stage in the game, where I'm like 15 million core or so, I'm gonna give these trees like 17.5, rather 7.5 out of 10. They have the potential. They are incredible tanks. Like, if you focus resistances with these, they are incredible tanks. However, they have a lot of things that can mess up your formation and damage. I think I forgot to actually show what my Avril was doing. God damn it. I was looking more into the burst side. Yeah, so what I was saying, they have a lot of places where they can mess you over. And by mess you over, move your heroes out of the places they should be, or, dish out damage, or like the heroes themselves cannot properly get in range to do anything. And there are stuff like that, and they will always happen because the trees are massive, and the range on, say, Avril or so, it's pretty small. So she was being pushed, I do believe, by the dragon. The dragon had some aura blast or whatever landing. I think we need to slow it down a little bit. So this tree needs to move away, and then the fun is going to start. So she started moving once. She's not in range to do much. Wait, she's still attacking something. Wait, is it even this replay? What? Hmm. She's still doing damage. I think it's this replay, and she will start walking back and forth. Yeah, as you can see, she's like stuck behind the tree. If I just had her area damage doing damage, maybe kill the Balrog or some swordman, the other heroes would have just focused the like, let's say, the stall side. Perhaps it would have ended differently, but for friggin' 30-40 seconds she was just walking around, being stuck, being pushed back by the trees, and the trees are not even doing basic attacks. They're just friggin' standing there. And in some replays where they had like places to walk, right, this was pretty empty. I had 3 trees here, like here and here, just standing idle, not doing anything. So formation like this is not gonna work, and just having trees in front line against the stronger guy, those trees can actually be cleared in also 30 seconds. So having more trees increases your tankiness, but it also increases your chances of those trees messing you over. So again, 7.5 out of 10 for my own stage. Has a decent amount of potential, but for endgame people, like really severe endgame people, like people with max research, max features, high-end stuff, I would give them about like 10 out of 10. Like even I'd probably give more than 10 out of 10. Like the trees are made for endgame. The formation is made for endgame. And you can pretty much see that in the amount of stuff that they're able to tank. But for me, I currently do not have the resources to properly invest into the archers to be placed on my field. And yes, that is like 1.5 years into the game. I have, like, I want to be competitive in terms of PvP. I'm competitive in terms of fighting people, beating them, and stuff like that. And if a person has spent quite a lot more money than me, and it has a chance to add the archers with like artifacts, buffs, all other stuff, he can end up beating me pretty easily. And some people I even lose to that don't. It does happen. There are some RNGs in here involved as well. But more often than not, the archers don't do anything and they just get deleted. So formation in terms of Sylvani is not going to be pretty useful in terms of myself. So I'm gonna try the Swordmen next and see how well they perform. I might add 1 archer squad, I'm not sure, but we're just gonna check. Anyways, that's pretty much it for the video. Thanks for watching, guys, and if you would wish to support me more than just watching my videos, I have made a Patreon page where you would be able to do just that, and I would be able to help you out more individually in terms of formation building, events, and stuff like that. As well as I would like to thank my Patreons for the support. I really appreciate you guys for subscribing. Thanks for watching, take care, and stay safe out there.